Hey everybody, welcome back to another glorious episode of South Geek News. It's been a while. We took a hiatus. I'm Donovan.
I'm Ben.
I'm Samuel.
Okay. So since we've been away, should I start with you?
I don't know.
Who's running the show?
Yeah, that was kind of the question on the other one.
I know. I just take over. I mean, that's my personality.
Hey,
I can't help it.
I tend to second guess myself as I'm speaking, which results in a lot of pauses.
Don't worry.
They're not filled though. So.
That's the reason why I edit the shit out of this show. Anyway, you said you had something to share.
Yeah. So I don't, this probably isn't the right show to share my toilet time.
Why not?
But,
okay.
So if you're ever in my half bath, I have the latest 2600 magazine in there at all times until I read it and then I throw it away.
They still make that magazine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been a lifetime subscriber since like 2007.
All right.
I think I got my money out of it.
I think so.
So there was an article in it's not the latest one. Sorry. It's called 9-Centered Haiku. 9 as in the number 9. Mm-hmm. This guy decided to put the terms of service into ChatGPT and say, write a haiku.
Okay.
And I'll just read the first part of the article. Attempting to use ChatGPT to find the road from ultimate complexity, terms of service, to ultimate simplicity, I epiphanied upon the haiku. And I don't think epiphanied is a word, but
it is now.
He used it as a verb and sounds okay. Here are the results of ChatGPT transforming these companies' TOS directly into haiku. You ready? You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to read the first like 6.
Okay.
Because the others are on larger organizations. But Google tracks your moves, can stop or change things anytime. Follow the rules, please.
Okay.
Facebook, your data is theirs. They can change or block you fast. Break the rules, you're out.
I'm sensing a theme.
Apple, they own what you buy, control what apps you can use. Rules can change anytime. And that's kind of soft.
That is kind of soft.
I mean, they might be the least evil of these.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, they track what you buy, change prices, or stop items. You're not in control.
That is so accurate.
Microsoft, they own your software, track what you do on their apps. Rules can shift at will. And you're right, there's a theme.
There's definitely a theme.
Yep.
And the last one, X. And I say X because it's written in the article as X.
X, yes.
They watch what you tweet, can ban you or change the rules. Nothing stays the same.
There's definitely a theme here.
Yeah. It's about rules and changing.
Yeah. And apparently you can't count on anything from any of them. That's wild.
Anyway, the rest of the article was about how he tweeted each one of those to the respective company.
Yeah.
And the tweet was vaporized. Couldn't find it in his history. Within 24 hours, it disappeared.
Like they had it nuked or?
Yeah, like they had it nuked.
Wow.
So just interesting. I'm not going to get political, but those haikus were, that was clever.
That's clever. That did make me think of something dealing with Amazon, something I've never had happen before with Amazon. So back in January, I bought this air purifier. Coway, I think, is the brand name. It was recommended by Wirecutter, and it's got a filter, then it's got a carbon filter, and then it's got a HEPA filter. Mm-hmm. All right. So last week, I noticed that there was an indicator on the top of it. I was like, "Why? This is new." And so I went over there and I looked at it, and it's hilarious because the indicator just has one word under it called odor. So I looked it up, and it said, "Oh, your carbon filter needs to be replaced. I'm like, okay. So I go to Amazon. I start looking for replacements. And the first thing I come across is this, it was called a starter pack, but it had like maybe 2 of the carbon filters, 2 of the HEPA filters. It was like $50. It was expensive. But I was like, all right, you only change the HEPA filters out once a year. So this is probably a pretty good investment. So I'm sitting in the couch. I place the order on my phone. And within a few minutes, you normally get an email from Amazon that say, hey, you placed an order, blah, 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 blah. Well, I got that. Almost a minute or 2 later, I get another email from them that says, we're sorry. Due to quality complaints or concerns of this particular product, we have canceled your order. I said, say what? So, and here's the funny thing. It's still available to order, but apparently, and I didn't see any of this detailed anywhere, apparently there are issues or have been reported issues with the quality of this product that when I went to order it, it let me order it and then just automatically canceled it. So again, never had that happen. So then I dug a little further. I found something else that wasn't called a starter pack, but it came with 2 carbon filters and 1 HEPA filter, and it was half the cost. It was like $28. Mm-hmm. They didn't cancel that one. And that one I got and changed out the filter a day or 2 ago. But have either of you ever experienced anything like that from an order from Amazon where you ordered it and then they basically email you and said, look, the quality of this product is shit. We're canceling this and not sending it to you, essentially is what they said.
Never had that happen. No, I've had some weird things happen, but not that.
Okay. Sam, nothing like that?
Closest I've ever got is a delay where I ordered something and they went, it's going to take a while. We can cancel this if you want to, unless you're just patient. And I go, I'm patient. Let it ride.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that. In the last couple of years, I've had that a lot where, it was supposed to be here Monday and then it's like, we think it'll be here maybe Thursday and, you can wait on it or you can cancel and try again. But I never have had them just automatically cancel an order due to quality concerns.
You would imagine an immediate cancellation if the product was somehow out of stock or the only warehouse they were kept in was burning to the ground at the time. But I don't know.
Yeah.
No, we pre-ordered a book. I think it was the last Harry Potter book. It was back in 2004. So one of the later ones.
Oh, you mean back when Amazon was just books?
It was mostly books, yeah.
Yeah.
We pre-ordered it and it was supposed to be delivered the day of release.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't. They just gave us our money back and then the book showed up. We didn't complain. We didn't ask for it. They just said, sorry about that.
Yeah.
We'll refund your money. And then the book showed up in the mail.
Well, something similar to that was happening. So I have Amazon Prime, and this was several years ago. This was back when Devin was still here. And I got to noticing that my Prime renewal date kept moving. It kept going, let's say it was supposed to be April. Then it got moved to June. And then it got moved to August. And I was like, I don't understand what was going on. Come to find out, Devin he was on my account and he would order something and it didn't come in 2 days like it was supposed to. So he would complain and they would extend my Prime for like another 2 months as a courtesy. I think he did this probably like 5 or 6 times. I damn near went for, I'd almost say a year almost with free Prime.
Nice.
And I had no clue what was happening. I just happened to mention it one day and he's like, well, Dad, that's because I keep complaining because they're missing their shipping dates of 2 days. And they would just they would just give you free couple of months of Prime. I was like, you little sneaky bastard.
Just need an automated complaint when I would shut up in 3 days. You just hit a button.
Well, see, now I'm not sure they'd even do it because they can't stick to their own. Hey, it'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, most of my problems with Amazon are with the couriers, not with Amazon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it got bad during COVID, but it's gotten better over the last couple of years as far as their shipping. Now,
Overall.
Now
Yeah.
the shippers themselves, I don't know. I mean, the majority of most stuff I order from Amazon comes USPS anyway.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll get stuff like battery backups come UPS.
Mm-hmm.
Large monitors, 50/50. Like those two 27s that Tyler ordered had shipped here. They came UPS. Matter of fact, I got a picture. I'll have to see if I can share it with y'all. They came in a box so big that we opened it up and Oriana got in it and laid down. I took a picture of her doing that and then sent it and put it in family chat so Tyler could see it because this was the day before he got here. I was like, this thing is huge. But Sam, what you been up to? Well, did I ask you what you've been up to?
DNS.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, enough said.
Yeah. Just issues here and there.
I had jury duty. Luckily, I didn't get picked.
Yeah. You are lucky.
Yeah. But ironically enough, I ran into somebody I haven't seen in 16 years. He recognized me before I recognized him, and I still could not remember his name until I got home and looked him up. But he was the former fire chief.
Oh, okay.
So he's I guess you would call him a bailiff because he's not one of the bailiffs that are in like the police uniform.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a coat and tie.
Right.
But
he's the guy who tells you to tuck your shirt in.
Yeah. Except he didn't. We were walking through because here you have to go through a metal detector to actually get in the admin building. Then you have to go through another metal detector to actually get in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through the first one and we're standing in line to get through the second one. And the lady was standing there with the list of names and she was asking people what your name was. The person in front of me, she looked at him. She said, you're going to have to tuck your shirt in. And she said, once you get through the metal detector, there's a room in there if you need to. And the chief was on the other side. And as I walked through, he's like, hey. And I'm like, hey. And my brain's going, I know this guy. Who the hell is this guy? So we talk a little bit later. And of course, he's like, you still working? I said, I own my own company, IT. And so, of course, on my way out, he's like, so you work in IT? Yeah, I only do business stuff, though. Okay, well, my wife's starting a company, and it's some kind of email thing. I just handed him a card. I said, have her email me or whatever. I'll see what questions she has that I can answer.
Yeah.
But I asked him if he'd seen, Walt or Chad. He goes, you're the first one I've seen. And he retired in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. So the last time I saw him would have been around sometime in 2009 because, we left the city.
Right.
So, all right. So you've been dealing with DNS. Sam, what about you?
I mean, not much. Finishing off a program that I was helping out and everything for my work and stuff. So it wrapped up last week. So basically this week and next week is freedom. Although one of my voice acting bits has popped up again, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, I guess I'll tease what in 2 weeks I'll be talking about because I will be digging into something. Have either of you heard of the phrase building a second brain?
No.
Okay. It's a method where you use something like Notion, Evernote, things like that to essentially build yourself a database that is a second brain to help you remember things.
Okay.
So they did a special about it on DTNS, Daily Tech News Show.
Mm-hmm.
And it caught my attention quickly, given I'm using most of the tools they talked about anyway. So it essentially means I would just have to build the framework into it and everything. So look forward to that. I've got the books coming in and stuff like that. So this is going to be a process, but I'll probably be reporting to you guys on the process as it goes. So look forward to that. Just a teaser, I guess.
Hey, just curious, have you looked at Obsidian?
I haven't.
Okay.
Is it something like Notion?
I don't know. I don't know what Notion is. And I really can't explain Obsidian, but it's
Well, Evernote, you know what Evernote is?
yeah.
Okay. Well, Notion's basically the same thing.
Okay. Well,
Only they didn't
Yeah.
screw the pooch when it came to plans and keeping things on multiple devices and everything like that. Hence,
Exactly.
everyone went from
Yeah.
Evernote to Notion.
Yeah.
well,
I remember.
Obsidian is apparently sort of like a mind mapping, note taking, everything sort of
Mhm.
random information app.
Mhm.
And I think you can pay a subscription to have it sync across devices, but otherwise it's zero cost. But without a subscription, what I do on my phone is on my phone
Mhm.
and whatnot. I haven't looked deeply into it, but I've got the app in view, so
Mhm.
maybe I'll open it and start playing with it. But it could be something that is worth exploring. That's all.
Yeah, I will make a note of that.
I actually don't use any type of note taking app other than just notes built into iPhone, iPad. Yeah, literally. And I've talked about this before. I've got legal pads. You know, I write stuff down in these legal pads. And then when I fill one up, I tear out all the sheets, I scan them in and store them as a PDF, and then just store them on the Synology. So in the event I ever need to go back and, I mean, I try to date them like this is from this date to this date. So I could have a PDF that covers a year or maybe 6 months. It really depends on how many notes I scribble. So that's effectively my note taking route. I'm, as much as I love technology, I am a pen and paper person.
I am too. I've tried so many times, and I just keep going back to these small notebooks.
And I think it has something to do, and Sam probably can verify this, but it has something to do with the cognitive connection of my hand on the paper writing that connects it to my brain. Whereas even though I can type and I'm a touch typist and that is just second nature to me, there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the people that can't, they lose that connection of their finances when they've gone from handling paper money to using a debit, even just a debit card. Because if you've got $100 in 20s in your hand and you spend 40, you can physically connect and say, I got $60 left. You spend 40 on that debit card, there's no connection there.
Yeah, there's no reference to it. The card looks the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So my younger self would have looked at that and scoffed and would have been like, you just need to get with the times. My older self is like,
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, there's some cognitive connection studies about physical paper and remembering it more and stuff like that. So, although I'm curious how things like the pencil have changed that, the Apple Pencil and stuff like that. I wonder if you still get that sort of connection or not. I haven't seen any studies about if it's physically the motion of writing or if it is actually the physical paper, because I'm very curious about that. This will come up later in our conversation. So I'm not going to spoil all of my question answering in the starter segment. So.
All right. Well, we're doing something a little different this time because I want to try, this is not going to be the new format. This initially was while you were on vacation. This was an idea I had that if Sam and I recorded one of these episodes, this is kind of what we would do. And then I got busy that afternoon and said, nah, I can't devote brain time to this. But we're thinking about retooling the show a little bit. I told Tyler that and he's like, again? And I'm like, well, and I told him, I kind of connected to what Sam had said. Sam, and if I'm speaking out of turn, correct me, but I made the comment about, I don't want this show just to be like another Me Too show. Like, oh, we talk about tech news. And I think Sam's philosophy is just because there might be 10 other shows that do the same thing, there's still room for an 11th one.
Yep.
I'm kind of on the fence on that. And Tyler's perspective on that was he gave an example of the WAN show, which is what LTT does. Damn thing, they do it every Friday night, and it can go anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. It's almost like a Joe Rogan style type thing, but it's just usually Linus and I forget his friend's name, but they sit there and they talk about headlines. And as Tyler pointed out, he said, I don't listen to them for the headlines. Yeah, that might be interesting. I may have heard it somewhere else, but I listen to it for their personalities.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, that makes sense. So we may not retool this too much, but we'll see how it goes. But for this episode, I came up with 6 questions, just pulled them straight out of my ass. Don't worry, I did clean them before I posted them. But
okay.
Are we ready to go through these?
Yeah.
All right, number 1. And I haven't figured out the answer to this one for me yet. So I'm going to have to let you guys, start off. First question, what piece of technology have you come to rely on so much that if it were to, quote, go away, that it would be life affecting? Now, we may have to define life affecting because I couldn't really think after I put the question down. I was like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean like I'm going to die, but it means that it's going to make my life less easy.
A significant change.
A significant change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have an answer for me yet because I cannot defer. My first thought is obviously my cell phone. No, that's a gimme. I can't do that. So whichever one of you want to take it first, Sam, Ben, which one?
Sam, what you got?
Sure. I had to think about this too because I was like, a piece of tech that has made things better for me. And I'm going to go with a little piece of tech that is sitting on my side right now. I've mentioned it on the show before, but it's my bee. I know they got attention recently, and some people, for various reasons that we don't have to talk about, are very pissed about it right now. I don't care. You guys can have those arguments all you want. As someone with a disability, this thing helps me, so you can go jump off a cliff.
Okay,
there.
clarity, for clarity, so that the audience knows.
I was going to clarify.
Okay,
yes,
Amazon bought them.
Yes, Amazon bought them, and for some reason, everyone had a. No, I know what reason it is, but everyone had an absolute conniption fit over it.
Yeah,
it's like as long as they don't kill it, and it still runs the way it runs, I am perfectly fine with it. Plus, I realize that. Okay, some people are worried about data privacy, to which I guess my main brain is, okay, so what about the other things that Amazon currently hosts that you are totally using?
True.
Like they host a large chunk of the internet. So if you think you're hidden from Amazon, they probably already have your data anyway. I mean, I hate to put it that way because that sounds flippant and dismissive, and that's not what I mean. But yeah. But essentially, this thing helps me with making podcast notes. It helps me with being inside classes because I have problems where if I am actively in a conversation, do not expect me to take notes because the second I take notes, because of brain damage and stuff like that, I am no longer hearing what's going on. I am now focused on those notes. So this thing takes the notes for me, essentially, and takes that out of the equation. So I can have better conversations with you. I can do podcast without worrying about show notes. I can listen and be engaged in classes. I can play tabletop RPGs without taking notes because, yes, I am even using it for those now. And all of them work great through the B app and everything. So right now, B is the one that has been helping simply for the fact that it is taking one of my weaknesses and fixing it, essentially. like most AI, you still have to watch sometimes because there'll be hilarious inaccuracies. Although the hilarious inaccuracies are more with the tabletop things where it's not something that's going to be a problem for anybody. It's just like, that wasn't my character. That was the other character. That's all it essentially boils down to. Is sometimes it gets confused with that when you got like 5 people talking at the same time. But otherwise, I love this thing. And it's helping me out. And yeah, I know even AI is a sensitive topic. Now, Markiplier used AI for something and suddenly his entire audience tried to cancel him. But that's a completely different story we could talk about at some point. But yeah, regardless of all that, it's helped me out. So I adore the thing.
I could see that. I decided that I didn't want to spend the money for one. I don't. Number one, I can tell you that if my family members knew I was walking around with the thing constantly recording 24/7,
no, they'd have a conniption fit.
I think I would be neutered. So
you're not allowed to have echoes in your house. I can't imagine one of these in the house. Like,
I mean, to be fair, I'm the one that took the echoes out, but that's because they became ineffective. We just quit using them. So I had one in the kitchen. And I think I had one in the bedroom. And God, that was 10 years ago.
Fair enough. I was misinformed then. I thought it was for another reason.
Well, you're not wrong. It was not a fight. It was, they didn't really want them there, even as cool as they could be. Like whenever you would, I would constantly ask it to tell me a joke, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the utility of it just didn't pan out. And so it was one of those things that it was just easier to take them out. They're sitting over there in a cubby somewhere. So they're so old. Like I said, they're Echo Minis. They're so old, I doubt they would even update and work anymore. But yeah, I mean, I like the concept of the bee, but that will not fly around here.
No, it will not.
What about you, Ben?
Well, you didn't define technology, so
it can be software, it can be hardware, it can be.
Well, what are we talking about here? Sewer systems and light bulbs?
I mean, sure.
I mean,
that would still fall under technology.
Can you imagine Las Vegas at 3:00 on a Sunday morning with no light bulbs and
that's called Fallout.
And no sewer?
That's because somebody turned off Fremont Street.
Imagine Las Vegas after a Saturday night where there's no sewer and no light bulbs. That's some dark shit.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You can't see this visually because it's an audio podcast, but I'm doing what I call a standing belly clap.
Okay, here you go. Here you go.
So that's the kind of shit you get with a pen in hand,
right?
Literally,
and not on a computer screen.
That's right in line with. You've probably heard me talk about this company. They do bamboo toilet paper. The company the company is called Who Gives a Crap. Their emails are hilarious. Like the one they sent today, it says, "We have a question. We have a serious question for you. Do you have a butt?"
Beautiful. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Yep.
I will never forget the Squatty Potty commercial.
Oh, God. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then, Jack Black did a commercial for some kind of protein bar and made the funniest jokes about it. I can't remember the name of the bar, but I bought some because it was that funny.
Yeah, you bought it for the joke. Yeah, well, they got their money's worth out of Jack Black.
Well, I mean, seriously though, what the loss of any single thing in my life, any change in routine would have a great effect.
So you can't narrow it down to one.
I can't narrow it down to one. Well, I mean, I did think of a few things. I mean, the biggest impact would be my phone. It's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
It's a timer, a fucking flashlight, a navigational tool.
Well, let's concede this point. I think we can all agree that the phone is important.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Given our work.
Yeah.
And today's environment.
Yeah. So that would be detrimental. But I wanted to get, like I said, that was a gimme.
Yeah.
That was obvious.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really think beyond it that anything that would have a bigger impact.
What about if the company, your RMM, were to shut down?
I'd get another RMM. There's so many more.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, remote desktop or the ability to remote into a machine and having to physically go to everywhere, that would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
That would maybe go to welding school.
Exactly.
Just
I
go
love that
one
it's
place.
always welding school. You know your plan B and you have it set in your head.
I'm saving up for a new welder right now.
He's going to welding school. I'm going to go to diesel engine repair. The old staples.
Yeah.
Because, going through school, coming out of high school and the trade schools, that was really the two things that I always heard about people wanting to do. Mm-hmm. They either wanted to go into welding or they wanted to they were going to learn about diesel engine repair. Because if you learn diesel engine repair, we're not talking about repairing the diesel engine that's in your truck.
Right.
We're talking about tractors and big, heavy equipment kind of thing. And even back then, in the late 80s, early 90s, yes, I'm old, that was lucrative.
Yeah, so, and sometimes it still is. It's just not that many jobs anymore. I did think of a few things that, if changed, would have almost no impact. Mm-hmm. If I went from a wireless to a wired keyboard on my desk, that would have very, very little effect.
You know what? I fought myself tooth and nail to transition from wired keyboard and mouse to wireless. I was one of those naysayers. It's like, I hate this technology. It doesn't work as well. And I converted a couple of years ago. And now I'm like, I hate wired keyboards and I hate wired mice. Hate is a strong word. I prefer wireless now. But I'm also I'm not like a gamer that needs that low latency response on the keyboard or the mouse. Mm-hmm. And, granted, the technology's gotten better.
Right.
So you can, but I still want to think that professional gamers probably still use wired equipment because you just cannot get wireless to match the latency of wired.
Right.
It's just, physics does not work that way.
Yeah.
No matter,
my PC is
no matter what the frequency is.
Yeah.
It's got wired.
It's all wired, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did think of something that if you took it away, I'd be pretty upset. So I was just thinking about using a mouse, and I hate using a mouse away from my desk because nobody has my mouse. Mm-hmm. You get one that's just a simple 2-button with a scroll wheel. Mm-hmm. I realize in those moments that I don't think I can live without that thumb button on my mouse. Oh. That is the back button.
I used to think that, but because I was with you, not only that, back whenever I played WoW, World of Warcraft, probably the first 10 years, I had a mouse. It was a wired mouse, but it had that thumb button. Mm-hmm. And I believe that it was automatically mapped to, you just hit it and you would just start running. So you didn't have to hold down the key. Mm-hmm. I use these. Has no side button. Now the scroll wheel, if I don't have a scroll wheel, I ain't using it.
Oh no.
But I don't know of any mouse nowadays that's made that doesn't have one.
I don't know the last time I saw a mouse with no scroll wheel.
Yeah. But I use a simple 2-button with a scroll wheel mouse now. And of course this is it's made by a company called Lead Sail because it was a keyboard mouse combo of about $30 wireless. So, but I mean, I think Tyler's the same way. Tyler uses a mouse. He uses one of those side mouse where you have to hold it like this. Right. And he doesn't like anything else now.
We already talked about Amazon Echo. I could live without it. We use it for two things mainly because we have it tied to the SmartThings hub. Mm-hmm. So I've got voice control over those light switches and lamps and whatnot. We put all the Christmas lights. Beth puts up like 7 Christmas trees in the house.
Wow.
Every year, plus garland in the kitchen on top of the cabinets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we group all those switches and we say, Alexa, turn on the Christmas. And you just hear clicking all over the house. And all 7 trees come on. And that's
I'm sorry. You just activated
This is what I get for
his.
doing a tech podcast and forgetting to mute her.
Are you on am I on speaker?
No.
How did she
It just
hear me?
came out of, keep in mind, I have 3 sets of headphones in this room, so it probably heard it out of them.
You are not in control.
That's hilarious.
And
Hey, I've been, sorry for anyone that has an echo, but Alexa Bliss has come back to WWE. It's hell for me right now, okay? That's
Oh
the
my
only
God, yeah.
like,
You may have to change your activation word.
yeah, I may have to.
I wish you could customize it.
I know, because it can only
only have a
either
few-
be A or Echo or computer, I think.
It's one of 4 or 5 things, but I wish you could give it a name that you never say.
Mm-hmm.
But and then we use it for kitchen timers.
Yeah.
Especially at Christmas when we got more than one thing in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
We do separate timers.
That
Kinda
makes
neat,
sense.
But that's about it. So if those go away, I don't give a shit.
I use my watch, my Apple Watch, as my timer.
And that was my next thing. 0 impact.
I thought about that because I actually had to take it off because whenever you go into the courtroom, you can't have a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to go in with my Apple Watch, and if they say, "Is it a smartwatch?" I'd say, "No," because technically it's not, because I was too far away from my phone for it to actually be considered a smartwatch.
Right.
But I decided, you know what? That's not a hill that I want to die on. I don't want to fucking be here anyway.
You
So-
certainly don't want to walk back out to your
Mm-mm.
vehicle.
So I put it up, and as we're walking through the first metal detector, one guy was like, the bailiff said, "Is that a smartwatch?" And the guy said, "Not really." And he walks off, and then the lady in front of me says, "Mine is a smartwatch." And he said, "You're going to have to go put it in the car." And I'm thinking, that was a smart decision, Donovan, putting your watch up.
Yeah.
So I had to rely on keeping time by the person that was sitting in front of me. She was wearing an actual regular old watch.
Mhm.
And when she would stretch and she would lean, I would look and see what time it was.
Was there no clock in the
There
courtroom?
was no fucking clock in that damn room.
Wow.
There were 3 televisions, smart televisions, and I'm going to have a mini rant here. It doesn't matter. We're not allowed to have cell phones. Every one of those fucking lawyers and everybody that worked for the judge had cell phones, even took calls before the proceedings started. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell? I mean, I know the reason, but I was like,
Wait, tell me the reason.
well, they don't want you to be distracted. They don't want you to record anything. There's a myriad of reasons why we're not allowed to have it. They work for the court system. They're allowed to have them. But I'm like, okay, life's not fair. But if they can have them, why can't I? I'll just put mine on do not disturb. But I need to be able to see the time on my watch and all of that. I mean, I was being a little pissy, but
well, below that, that's not the reason. You are a perfectly responsible human being and you know how to act.
Yeah.
Jury can't have cell phones because people are stupid.
well, that's true. That is
And
true.
you just sometimes get lumped in with other people and
And they do have butts.
Not perfect. They have a crack down the middle, but still, that's
Yep.
you can't fault them for that.
That is, yep, true. And some of them look better than others. Hey, yo.
All right. So did you answer the question?
I did.
Okay.
Believe it, mine's going to be a piece of software.
Okay.
Audition, Adobe Audition.
Is it that impactful?
It is because there are tools in Audition that I use that I cannot find in any other DAW, DAW, or audio editing software. I have tried using Audacity. Audacity gotten better, but it does not have the capability of removing, that I'm aware of, removing the silences the way I do so that I can tighten up our episodes. They sometime in the past added the ability to enable LUFS, which is loudness, because there's an acceptable standard that your audio should come out at a certain level for podcast, whether it's stereo or mono. Not mono, the disease, but mono. Anyway, and so that's the way I produce the audio for the podcast. None of that stuff is easy to find or use in any of the other audio editing software packages. So that's the reason why I pay, God, what, $22? I think it's $22 a month just so I can use that. And because, you know, over the years, I've gone through some cost cutting measures, and I was like, I'm going to see if I can do without this. 2 months later, I'm right back in.
Yeah.
And there are people that just hate Audition. They're like, oh, it's a piece of shit. You know, I don't care. It works for me. It's the one that I have used the longest. And I will continue, as long as I can afford it, to pay that $22 a month because I know it. Now, do I know it in and out and all its capabilities? Hell no.
You're probably only using $12 a month worth of it.
Maybe $8. You know, meet you in the middle, maybe about 10. But yeah, I know how to do everything I need to do in it. And so it's that important. Now, if I stopped podcasting completely, stopped doing any kind of audio editing, or only did it as a one-off, yeah, I could probably do without it. Maybe use something free like Audacity. But I do audio stuff for my clients, their phone systems, this podcast, stuff for the radio station. So yeah, it's that important. It would be that impactful because I've lived it before, just cutting myself off from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be it. Hardware wise, my Mac Mini. Because there's so many things I can do with my Mac Mini that is so much easier than doing it on a Windows machine. Audition, in my opinion, works better on Mac OS. Whisper, which is what I use to do the transcriptions and the show notes to generate the text so that I can get ChatGPT to generate the show notes, which leads me to the third thing, which is software, and that is ChatGPT. If it were to go away, I would no longer be able to do the transcriptions or the show notes the way I do them today. And I've only been doing that for about a year since, you know, how long has 4.0 been out? About a year?
About a year, yeah.
Yeah. So those are three things. You know, if I sit here long enough and we want to have a 6-hour show, I can probably come up with some others.
Oh, I could too. Yeah. Just thinking about, everything's a piece of technology anymore.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess it's hard to believe for me. I don't know about you, but I don't even have smart locks or anything like that. I've thought about them, but I was like,
I've never had a door shut properly. Why do I want to? I've always had to jiggle the door to get the deadbolt in. Why would I think that would ever work?
Yeah, that's
any house I've ever lived in.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm not putting door locks on the net.
I mean, I do.
The only thing like that I've considered is, you know, those water sensors where it's like, oh, you have a leak.
Yeah.
And shuts the water off. That's the only thing I have considered adding like that in my house. Otherwise, I've got like the lights, obviously. But, you know, other than that, like I've never thought of a door lock either. I'm like, that's one step too far to me. I don't.
My thermostats are. I've got two thermostats. And of course, this Pioneer unit right here, I control via an app on my phone. I mean, I've got a remote, but I bought the Wi-Fi module so I could do that. The app is a piece of shit, but you know, it is what it is. The other two in the house, The one thing that I don't like about them is the fact that they're Honeywell, which means if the net goes down, I can't control them.
Right.
Yeah. And they don't work with Home Assist. So, or there's a convoluted way to get them to work with Home Assist, but you still are subjected to the fact that if you lose your internet connection, it doesn't work. I have the same problem with these lights. I've got these little Govee units that I use to control the lights. Mm-hmm. If the internet is like when we were having internet issues with True Vista last year, mm-hmm. If get up and internet's half-ass working or whatever, I come out here and my lights aren't on because they automatically turn on at 6:00 every morning. And they automatically, if I forget, they automatically turn off at 12. I'd come out here, room's dark. But, luckily the schedule didn't work because the schedule's controlled on their servers, but I could manually hit each one, or I could hit I think I had to do each one in the app and it would turn them on. But the schedule wouldn't work.
It's funny.
Same way about the Wise lights I have out here too.
Yeah, I think the smart things, the schedule is stored on the device. So even if the network is down, it still operates.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize it until we had internet connectivity issues that the Govee's schedule and the Wi-Fi bulbs schedules all are on their servers. So if the servers can't get to the lights or the lights can't check in, then because I'd walk out and the lights still be on at 9:00 and they're supposed to shut off as soon as the sun rises. So, all right, we ready to go on to question number 2? Because question number 1 took far too long to answer.
Yeah, that was like 25 minutes.
We didn't say how many questions we had, right? That way we can be clever and
if we need to
shut
be
off if we have to.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Oh, it's been an hour. Yep, that was the last question.
Yep. Well, we're 50 minutes in. Of course, some of that I'm going to cut out. But number 2, what is? And I'm going to caveat this because I had made notes. But what is the last free app you've installed and still use on your phone? And part 2 is, what is the last paid app that you've installed and still use on your phone?
Whew.
Now I need the Jeopardy music. Dun, 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 dun.
Well,
that's probably copyrighted.
I may have read that wrong because I wrote down the last free app that I installed. I don't use it.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, it's one called Binaural Gen, and it's just a simple app to generate binaural sounds or just solid sounds. And I played with it one night and I was like, I'd rather just find the music on Spotify. And the last paid app, man, wish I'd known because I got to look for it. I don't know.
Well, you can look for it. While you're doing that, Sam, you got an answer?
Okay. I've got to make you choose for me. When we say free, do we mean games or do we mean just a pure app? Because I have so many games, I feel like it's cheating if I do that.
Don't do games. Don't do games.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Then the last free app that I downloaded, because honestly, lately it's been games. I've been fiddling around with that. But the last app I did is an app called, I hate anytime I have to say this out loud. It's one of those, Habitica, I think is how you spell it. Or say it Habitica. And essentially what it does is it turns your task list into an RPG.
You're going to have to explain that.
So essentially, you program in your to-dos, you program in your dailies, and you program in different habits that you want to do, positive or negatives, by the way. So you can take damage if you get the bad habits in there too. But essentially, you have got a experience bar, you've got a mana bar, you've got a health bar, and everything.
Goodness.
And it takes the whole task managing thing, like I love doing, and just takes it to that next level.
So it gamifies your task list.
Exactly.
Okay, that's actually
and
pretty
like
cool.
I said, there's also habits involved, like some of my negatives I've gotten here is like mindless scrolling, if I eat too many sweets or if I stay up too late. So I will keep myself accountable enough to hit the negative and I'll take damage for it and everything.
I do those things every day.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized? Sam is a nerd.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially with organization. I could do an entire hour on organization suites.
It took you a long time to realize that, Donovan.
I guess so. I guess
know,
so.
right? I knew it before you did, apparently. But yeah, so this has been fun. You even have quests where you're fighting bosses and stuff. And as you go through your task, it takes hit points off of the boss until you finally defeat it. And you can make a party of your friends in the app to help you fight the bosses.
Does it connect with your friend? If your friend has that app, does it connect that way?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. That's kind of neat. I don't need to fall into that though, because
my bosses take too much time because I do it solo. I'm one of those weird solo runners. So
yeah.
But they have a whole community built in there and everything, and it's free. You can do a paid thing, but you get no benefits. It's pretty much like it's special extra stuff. So you can totally do the app free without any. But paid, honestly, there's one that has sat on my phone forever because I constantly use it. And that's my meditation app, Happier. It used to be called 10% Happier. Now it is Happier because Dan Harris has left that team because they had different creative differences. It wasn't anything like dramatic.
Right.
It was just creative differences, right? And since Dan Harris owns 10% Happier, the brand, they rebranded it to Happier.
You actually, several years ago, I think you actually sent me like a code or something to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah. So they've put some new things like now you check in like at the beginning of the month and go, what do you want to work on in this? And it sort of gives you recommendations based on that and everything. So they put some interesting stuff in it, and they still occasionally release courses. But yeah, that is part of my morning routine, literally, during the weekdays at least, is opening that app up and meditating. So
cool.
That's the main paid app that I have that I can say without a shadow of a doubt I have continued to use for years at this point. So yeah, that's my answers to that. Habitica and Happier. So.
All right, cool. Did you find yours?
The last paid app
or free? Did we say the free one?
Yeah.
Am I even here?
Yeah, but it's been so long. I don't know what I said.
Yeah. What did you
just
say?
make up another one?
Sure.
It was binaural gin.
That's right. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
The last paid app, I had to look back to 2023. I bought one app for $5.
Mm-hmm.
And it was ZM Ninja Pro. So there's an open source surveillance software called ZoneMinder.
Yes.
ZM Ninja Pro is the companion app.
Oh, for the phone.
Not written by the ZoneMinder project, but some dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the whole thing's fucking terrible. So,
of course.
So you bought it and never used it.
I tried.
Yeah, you tried. That's how you know it's terrible.
I gave it a $5 shot. So yeah.
Okay. All right, my turn. So I'm trying to remember where I learned about this app, but it is an app called Indigo. It's a free app. It is a camera app. It is created by, put out by Adobe. And I'm going to try to get this right. Hang on. Damn throat. It's either the guy that was responsible for the computational photography at Google or Apple. I cannot remember which. So, apologies for not knowing that one. I think it may be Google. But anyway, he works for Adobe now. And this is a photography app, camera app. It is the best camera app I have ever used on an iPhone, ever.
Mm.
It does something spectacular that no other app that I have found does. It will do up to 10x digital zoom crystal clear. I have literally not, and for reference, I have stood in my driveway right here, and the neighbor across the road has a flock of geese that's anywhere from like 10 to 25, depending on the time of year. And I have taken pictures of them at 10x of them in the pond.
Yeah.
And you can zoom, and that's 10x zoomed. Then you can take that picture and zoom in again after it's taken, and you can still see the detail on the geese. It is phenomenal. And it's free. It's called Indigo. The icon looks like, it just says Pi, P-I.
Yeah, it's called Project Indigo in the App Store from what I'm looking. So
it is fantastic. It's what I use to take pictures with now. And it supports night mode and all of that, but it defaults to it defaults to 1x, but you can do 0.5, 1x, 2x, 5x, and 10x. And matter of fact, let's see if I can show you a picture that I took of. Okay, this was 5x. Okay, you see that?
Yeah.
All right, now I zoomed in.
Yeah, you really can't tell.
Mm-hmm. There's some real good detail there. So I've been impressed with this. Whether or not it becomes a paid app, we don't know. But right now, Project Indigo is free. So I would encourage, if you like to take pictures, it's a great little app.
How does it do with serial numbers? That's most of my photo album.
I don't know. I do the same thing. A serial number or MAC address or something,
Mm-hmm.
Paid app, because Tyler and I both are weather nerds. I have the Carrot app for my weather on my phone. It's that widget right there. And whenever you tap it, it will come up and it gives you, like right now it says it's 83 degrees. It feels like 91. And it gives you these little sayings like, you're going to take this rain and you're going to like it. And I pay for this one by the year. I forget how much it is. It's not much, but I think that's the last paid app that I bought and I still use. I use it every day, multiple times during the day.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, especially this time of year. Right now we still have a flood watch that expires at 8:00 today, it
might get extended.
Yeah, which is an hour and 32 minutes from now. And then it gives you daily forecasts.
Yeah.
And you can actually go in and change where it pulls its weather from. I think it defaults to Apple, but you can go to like Open Weather or something like that. But it works a lot better than the built-in weather app widget and all from Apple. All right.
Is that thunder?
Yeah. Didn't you see in Carrot when I showed it to you that it was raining?
It didn't say it was thundering.
It says rain for the next hour, see? All right, number 3. I had to revise this one a little bit. Maybe this one can be short because I know what my answer is. At the time this was happening, so during Amazon Prime days, have you purchased something because it was on sale?
I have.
I have not.
I had been looking for a pair of the Bose QC2 headphones.
Yeah.
The Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always wanted something that's Bluetooth, but if I go on an airplane, it's got a cable option as well. Perfect. But they're $400. Prime days, they were $300. So
there was a cost savings there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't buy it just because, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I'd been looking and it just so happened to be displayed. Hey, this 25% off now. So saved $100.
Yeah, now my answer of being no, let me qualify that. I didn't specifically buy something because it was on sale during Prime Day. That doesn't mean that I didn't buy anything during Prime Day. There wasn't anything that I was specifically like had in my list, and then Prime Days hit and I was like, hell yeah. It's off by $50 or $100 or whatever. Because your instance, your example rather is, okay, that makes sense. You saved money. The problem I have with the Prime Days, and I can't verify this is accurate, but it seems like what they do is like every other place that's like, oh, we're going to have a sale. They jack the damn prices up and then suddenly they bring it back down to the normal price, on sale. And I have seen instances of that where an item was higher before Prime Day. No, it was, let's say it was $25.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then a couple of months would go by, and before let's say Prime Day was a month away, the price would go up to say like 30. And then when Prime Day hit, it dropped back down to 25 because it was on sale.
I've never paid that much attention, but I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I bought Lee a new B-Link little mini PC for in the house. Bought it last week. No Prime Day. Thing was on sale already. $289. 32 gigs of RAM, Ryzen 7 5560U or whatever. 500 gig NVMe in the thing. Kicks ass for the little thing it is. $289. But it was on sale for several days. Had nothing to do with Prime.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Prime days aren't a good thing. I'm just saying that they have never swayed my purchasing decisions. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't make it a point to wait for Prime days to go get stuff.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. The only time that I've ever done that is, I mean, one of my hobbies, you guys know, is a cosplayer. And occasionally you can find something good because they do a lot of clothing stuff in there. I don't know if they still do that because I haven't been in there. Like I didn't do it this year because I just didn't have the budget for it, honestly. Yeah. But it's one of those things where occasionally I would dip in over the past couple of years and go, oh, now that's a piece of, like, for a costume I'm working on that's really freaking on sale, and then grab it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is the same reason why cosplayers walk into a Goodwill or any thrift store of your choice and walk around for a while because you find stuff, it's the same basic principle.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. All right. Question 4. This is more technical. How do you ensure the safety of your critical data? Local backups such as thumb drives or hard drives or a Synology type thing, a network attached storage, or cloud backup services?
I just hope.
Hope and pray?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in case that doesn't work, backups to NAS, encrypted data sent to the cloud.
Yep. You would think we're IT professionals or something.
Yeah. Every time I add a movie to my library, it goes to another place.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. Sam?
I need to be better about it. Mine is, I have a system. However, my implementing the system is not as regular as it needs to be. It's one of those things. So essentially hard drive that I put things on as a backup.
Yeah. Because you got those external hard drive, damn, I forget what you call them. Because I sent you those drives.
It's Cradle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cradle that you just slap them in.
I've got a Cradle that's got a bunch of drives underneath my desk. If anyone doesn't know what it is and they come into my studio for the first time, they look under my desk and go, what the heck is this science fiction looking? Because there's blue lights coming off of it and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's essentially it. Is I just need to set up a better system of doing it regularly, especially considering like most of my files that I would want to back up are not on the studio computer. They're on my laptop, and I barely pull my laptop out. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where figuring out a system to back up what little files I want to back up on this computer that aren't on an external drive anyway. And, it's a mess right now. Let's put it that way. And I know it's a mess, and it's been on my to-do list, and I just haven't had time.
One of the cool things about the Synologies, and I don't know, QNAPs may have this. Of course, there's a lot of, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but there's been an explosion of like Ugreen has network attached storages now.
I've seen that name, yeah.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff coming out. But for Synology, they have a desktop application called Synology Drive. And you can set it up 2 different ways. One, you can set it up to do backups, and you can set it up to do real-time backups, like anytime a file changes. And when you set it up, you say, hey, I want you to monitor these folders.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, like for clients, if there's critical data on that machine that I need to make sure if the machine goes down, the drive dies or whatever, I'll choose their profile and I'll take out the crappy stuff in the user profile, like the 3D app data and other crap like that, and videos and music. Cause I'm like, well, if you're in a business environment and you're storing videos and music on here, I got no sympathy for you.
You don't work in the marketing department.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll do that. So I'll set that up. The other thing that it will do is it will do the same thing as OneDrive or Dropbox. You can set it up so that it will create a folder on the machine, and anything you throw in that folder, it'll back it up to the Synology as well. And then if you have multiple, so like you got a laptop, you log in with the same credentials, and it works just like OneDrive or Dropbox. So
nice.
I do that, but the majority of the stuff, like, my videos, my TV shows and stuff like that, the podcast, everything's stored on the Synology, and all of that gets shot up to Backblaze because Backblaze, as far as I have found, is the cheapest cloud provider out there. Do not use Amazon S3 because you will have to be rich and white to be able to afford it.
Oh, you can afford the storage. You just can't afford the egress fees.
Yeah, that's true. It's terrible. Even Tyler told me, he's like, oh yeah, it's horrible. He said, I don't know why people use it like this. He said, but it's horrible.
Because big corporations got the budget for it. That's why.
Yeah. Well, this small little corporation doesn't.
No.
So, but yeah, that's basically the way I do it. I mean, everything. The first point of backup, of course, is the Synology. But then I knew that wasn't going to be enough because, I mean, what is it called? The 3-2-1 backup? Basically, you need three backups in 2 different locations. What was the one? I always forget what the damn thing stands for. But basically, it's like having 3 sets of the backup in different locations.
Probably one of them in cold storage.
Maybe.
Or
something like that.
Offline.
Yeah. So, and I use that. I use that system for some of my clients too that have Synologies. I back it up to Backblaze, and it works really well. So far, knock on wood, I have not had to restore anything from that scenario. So, but it's there if I need to.
Yeah.
Number 5, do you have a preferred streaming service that you pay for, or do you possibly have more than one that you pay for that you like equally?
I've got a few, but I had to think about the word preferred. Essentially, right? Because it was one of those situations.
I guess maybe let's clarify that. Preferred would be if you had to look at, if you're paying for more than one streaming service, whether it's, Netflix, Disney Plus, et cetera, et cetera. Those are the types of streaming services I'm talking about. Now, you can add Twitch in if you want to, if you pay for Twitch streamers, I guess. But my thought was actual television and movies. So let's say you've got 3 or 4. If you had to get rid of all of them except one, the preferred one would be the one you would keep.
Oh, that's interesting because the thing that I have the problem with, and this is not going to surprise some people if they know me for my other stuff, I have the wrestling thing to deal with.
Yeah.
So,
and that's on Netflix.
Right now, Netflix and Peacock. So you get your premium live events on Peacock. Although that's getting ready to change. They're getting ready to move over, and all of us crossed our fingers, say Netflix, give us everything on Netflix. No, they're going over on ESPN.
And ESPN just bought NFL streaming network.
Oh yeah, they're literally acquiring every. Well, they didn't acquire WWE, but they're making deals essentially to make them the best sports thing possible. It's like you can tell what they're doing, and I'm like, yeah, that's a smart move. Okay,
I think NFL got a 10% stake in ESPN or something like that for the deal.
I hope they improve their Apple TV app.
I can't speak to that because I don't use any of that. I hate
internationally. Essentially, internationally, it's still going to be all on Netflix. So I'll probably just hop in my TARDIS that I've got in the corner and head over to Britain like I usually do for several of the shows.
As you do.
As I do. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Some people are nervous about mentioning that. But yeah, essentially, that's probably the fix I'm going to have to do with that, which weirdly then makes it Netflix because and it's weird that that's going to be my choice. But because that's essentially where I'm going to be able to get all the wrestling stuff from, you'd have to hold the gun to my head and say Netflix. That's literally what it's going to end up being. Special shout out to Dropout, however, their own little independent company that makes their own content and everything that I absolutely adore. I think you guys would like some of their stuff too, like Game Changer, the game show that changes every single time people play it. So you're not allowed to know what the show is until you're playing it.
Mm.
It's essentially Sam Reich putting his friends through an absolute insanity of things like, oh, we're here and turns out we only have one shot to do something. And we had no idea this was the game until we started playing the game, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's really wild. And like they put production value in it, stuff like that. So yeah, it's really interesting. In fact, they've currently got a Game Changer going on that is so weird because it's not done yet, even though it's recorded and out there, because they did a play on Shark Tank.
Mm.
So a couple of them were the sharks, essentially, and all the other ones made videos to try to go viral.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially the actual end of the game will be sometime next month, whenever we figure out how many views all of those videos would get. Then they're going to upload an updated version of who actually wins the game. So that game is currently going on right now as we are talking. Like, it's the wildest thing they've ever done. So yeah, they do stuff like that all the time. But yeah, Dropout, it's a group of comedians that do just a bunch of things. And like, they're the closest to scrappy indie thing. They are essentially what happened whenever College Humor fell to pieces. And all of those people scrapped together and went, this is our thing now. So yeah, so I will always give Dropout the little tip of the hat where I will always stay subscribed to Dropout. It has helped many hang out amongst friends of having fun and everything with all the stuff they do over there. But yeah, because of the wrestling aspect, I'm going to have to pick Netflix because that's where I'm going to be able to get everything, honestly.
Okay. Probably easier for you. You don't pay for any.
Nope. I'm considering a Plex subscription. No.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we pay for Spotify.
Okay. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for any music streaming services.
Yeah, and then we have Prime. I do Prime for the shipping, but it comes with shit video and maybe some music. Is the music still part of Prime?
I think it might be, but I don't ever listen to it.
It doesn't matter.
I have Prime as well, which gives us Prime Video, which of course, for me, the great thing is the show Countdown because it has Jensen Ackles in it. It's his first real, other than being in The Boys and playing Soldier Boy, but this is his show that he's the star of. And so so far it's been phenomenal in my opinion. So I guess I could count that one. I killed my Netflix subscription several months ago because they kept going up. I was paying $25 a month for the damn thing.
I think I quit when it was 17.
Well, I said, as much as I love these shows, like Wednesday, season 2, part 1 drops today.
Yeah.
There will be other methods that show will be watched.
Because watch it at somebody else's house.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I will go to their house and watch their Netflix subscription. Found out today, and which means I might be dropping it. Peacock is going up $3 per month from $13.99 to $16.99.
But they've added so much value.
Peacock is shit. There's absolutely nothing on there. I think we started watching Resident Alien, and we've gotten through maybe 4 episodes, and I'm kind of like, I mean, it's okay, but so I may drop it. Oh God, it's really difficult because I guess the number one right now would be Paramount. And that's because right now, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, season 3 started. So there's that. And we watch a lot of CBS shows, like all the NCISs, even though I think FBI comes on NBC, it shows up on Paramount because it's actually, I could be wrong about that. I think it's produced by them. It's one of those where it crosses over. It's one of the Wolf universe things. So, of course, at the risk of getting political, I'm trying to encourage everybody to do whatever they can to drop paying for anything that is Paramount. And that includes, I mean, if you love Star Trek, figure out a different way of watching it. And that all has to do with the Skydance merger and et cetera, et cetera. And that's as far as I'll go with that.
Oh, I don't know anything about it, but I've chosen never subscribe to Paramount or Disney Plus or Peacock.
Yeah.
Just because they took my games off of NBC. I can't watch Chelsea games anymore because they were showing some shit game. Mm-hmm. But I could watch the Chelsea game if I would subscribe to Peacock. So I just don't watch.
I have Disney Plus, and I'm perplexed about it right now because within the next year, I saw this today, the Hulu service is getting 100% absorbed into Disney Plus, and Hulu itself is going away, which I already pay for the combo Disney Plus Hulu anyway. And but the app still works. The Hulu app still works, but you can still get to it via a tile inside Disney Plus. I read today that within a year, the Hulu app is going to die, and the only way you'll be able to get any of the Hulu content is through the tile. And that's because Disney bought out all the other partners and became the sole owner of Hulu last year. So,
okay.
There are certain shows that I watch that are on Hulu, but that's the only reason why I pay for the Disney Plus is because of them. There ain't crap on Disney Plus. I mean, I've seen all the Marvel movies, well, with the exception of the last Captain America. And honestly, it doesn't tickle my balls enough to really care about watching it. I'll get around to it. So if I had to say my preferred streaming service right now, I'm going to come out of left field and say YouTube TV because that is our primary television source.
Okay. Valid.
Yeah. We watch it more than anything else. That and YouTube itself. And I do pay $13.99 a month for YouTube Premium because I hate ads.
I don't have enough to, I mean, I'd pay $6 a month, but I'm not paying 15. I don't watch it that much.
We do. I mean, I'm on YouTube every day. We watch Philip DeFranco's show. I watch Linus Tech Tips. My wife is in there right now. You'll get a kick out of this. A couple of weeks ago, she fell down this rabbit hole of this one particular channel called SB Mowing. My wife is literally spending her afternoon watching YouTube, not YouTube TV, but YouTube on our television, on our 50-inch television, watching these guys cut yards.
Like from a point of view?
Yeah, they've got multiple cameras.
Dude, I have thought about that. I was like, that wouldn't take off.
And there's more than one. But yeah.
Now, is it normal yards or is it the overgrown messes that people are restoring?
Overgrown messes. They literally go to like they either go to abandoned houses, they'll see a yard, they'll see if anybody's there, they'll check with the neighbors, and then they'll clean up the yard. And
they'll just video the whole thing?
They make money off, they'll video, and they've got multiple cameras. And I mean, if you love equipment porn, this is your jam because the lawnmowers they use, all of the heavy equipment that they use sometimes, of course, they got your standard weed eaters and things like that. The SB Mowing guys even got a pressure washing channel where he does, matter of fact, whenever I went in before I come out here, Lee was watching, it was called Wash Wednesdays. And the dude was using a pressure washer that I had never seen this style before. And so, what a floor buffer looks like, right? This is a pressure washer.
Yeah, I've got one.
Oh, yeah.
That?
Yeah, it's about 14 inches.
So he was cleaning a driveway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, I'm behind the time.
I saw one of the janitors use it at the school the other day, and I was like, well, I know that exists now. So if you'd asked me this several weeks ago, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. But yeah, she's sitting there in the bed, watching it as he's going up and down, this driveway. And I was like, but yeah. Over the last couple of weeks, I'll walk in and she'll either be at her computer or she'll have it on the TV. And she's the one she was watching earlier, the washing, because I think she said that he was doing 7 yards in 7 days. It was going to be a compilation video. It's 4 hours. She said, "No, I'm not going to sit here for 4 hours and watch it. I'm going to, fast forward through some of it." But yeah, it's like it never would have occurred to me that people would sit around. And what's sad is I fell into it too. I walked in, after closing down the office after 5 o'clock, I walked in, she's watching one. I sat on the couch and I watched the rest of 45 minutes. And they will do collaborations with other YouTubers that do yard work. They'll fly in from different states. Like they flew in to do some massive job in Florida. And they don't get paid for this stuff at all.
Uh-huh.
How I first learned about this stuff was several months ago. It was a video on Facebook. And I want to think that it was Spencer with SB Mowing that did it. He did this elderly lady's yard. She's like 90 or 92.
Mm-hmm.
And her yard was a mess. She couldn't get out to do anything. So he took care of her yard, did it for free, as they always do. He then started a GoFundMe to help this elderly lady, $500,000 that he was able to get for her. And then he went and hired a money manager and everything to make sure that her money was put in a trust and taken care of so that she could live the rest of her days, however long she had, in comfort. One other lady, he cut their yard and she was like, we don't have a lawn. He gave her the lawnmower. And we're talking, the type of lawnmower that you stand on the back?
Yeah.
That's what he uses. He gave her one of those. I looked those sons of bitches up. They ain't cheap.
No.
So, yeah, there's a reason why YouTube and YouTube TV has been knocking on the door of traditional cable TV and all these other streaming services, especially if all you want to do is, you want to watch HGTV or you want to watch ABC, CBS, NBC, TNT, and all of those. So, in hindsight, I would have to say that my number one preferred would be YouTube TV, followed by YouTube Premium, and then Paramount. So, all right. Last one. Are you a desktop client email user or strictly web-based? And what I mean by that is Gmail, Outlook for web, or maybe as far as a desktop application, Outlook on desktop, Thunderbird, etc. This does not include smartphone or tablet scenarios because you're kind of stuck there. It's an app no matter what. So, Sam, what about you? I think I know your answer.
I use Gmail and Outlook, essentially, but all of them are web-based. Like you said, the phone doesn't count because you're kind of stuck there. But otherwise, and I wouldn't even be using Outlook except for the fact that I have two things of school and work that require me to use Outlook. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be using Outlook. Otherwise, it's one of those things where I'd be Gmail all the way otherwise. So,
I use Outlook Classic.
Not the new Outlook.
Not the new Outlook, which is a web wrapper for
it is.
OWA.
It is.
No, I'm just used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it, and I guess it sort of makes me feel like I'm actually doing something on my computer, whereas everything else, we're doing stuff on somebody else's computer.
Mm-hmm.
With everything being a web-based app or a connection to a cloud or something on a server.
Yeah.
It's just a portal anymore. So using the desktop app just kind of makes me feel like I'm doing work on my computer.
I get that. I primarily use web because I've got several Gmail accounts, and my business account, my business email is Office 365, which I think yours is too.
Mm-hmm.
But I use the Outlook for web, and here's the reason why I do for that. There's certain features that are not available in the desktop app that are. One of them is pinning emails. You can pin an email in the web app, but you cannot in the desktop, the classic app. And I also use the Outlook app on my phone for the same reason. And it's an overall better app than the actual mail app that comes in iOS.
I have to concede that. Yeah.
I started using Thunderbird to check my Proton accounts that I have, but there's a web version. It primarily defaults to web because you have to pay for your basic Proton email accounts. You cannot use a desktop app to check them. You have to use the web version. If you pay, because I think I pay $10 a month for Proton, they are serious about security. You cannot set up a desktop client, say like Thunderbird or either Outlook, to directly connect to their servers. You have to download their Proton Bridge. It's a software application that runs in the system tray. And it works on Mac and works on Windows. And you configure it gives you a password and the actual mail settings that you have to configure in your desktop client. And it connects to the bridge, and the bridge connects to Proton servers. So they ensure that there is 100% encryption from, say, like in my case, from Thunderbird all the way to their servers and back.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a little convoluted setup, but once it's set up, it works fine. You don't even know that, the thing's sitting in the system tray. You don't even know it's doing it. It just works. Years and years ago, I was an Outlook Express guy. So was my wife, which is so funny because as I was copying some of her stuff over the other day, she still has Outlook Express backup files. Because, there was a while there that every time we'd go from one computer or another, we would have to make sure that her Outlook Express, because, this was also back in the day of POP3.
Yeah.
So everything was downloaded. It didn't sit on a server in the cloud anywhere. So we'd have to make sure that stuff was protected and coveted like it was the Holy Grail, or the cup of Christ. Something, you did not want to piss that woman off by fucking up and losing her email.
A lot of expired coupons in there.
Yeah, probably. But, now everything's cloud-based. So, and for her, it's all Gmail. It's all Gmail. She has one Firefox instance that there's, I think, 7 tabs across the top, and it's nothing but Gmail accounts. That's how many she has. I think she might beat me.
Is she running a business?
No. She has an idea. She wants a different identity. Create a new Gmail account. I've done that. I've started getting emails from Google saying, hey, you haven't logged into this account in 2 years. And I went, oh, yeah, I remembered when I had this idea and I wanted to create this persona or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, let it go. That was a dumb idea. Let it go. So
me and podcast emails. That's my specific.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, believe it or not, ladies and gent, I don't know where the lady is. Maybe I'm the lady, but
one of us is a cross player. I guess that counts.
There you go. That's right. I knew there was a reason why I said that. That is the end of this show. We made it yet again.
There's a Aerosmith song about that.
Dude looks like a lady.
Looks like a lady.
Yep. I have it right here. What you see right here, Ben, is the Radio DJ software that is playing all of the music that goes to the radiotiff.com website. So it's cool and it's free.
All I'll say about that is it wasn't last October, I don't think. I'm losing track of days. I'm losing track of Halloweens, but apparently my Velma was very convincing. So.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up. We're going to end it here because I'm hungry and I have television shows to watch and drugs to take. so that I can go to sleep. Sam, where can people find you with all of your podcasting stuff?
You can find me at tscn.tv for all of my content. And if you want to find me on the socials and the streamings, then go to Twitter/X, I don't care, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch at TSCN Sam.
He says that every time. X, Twitter, I don't care. We're just going to...
Because I don't.
You got to call it Zitter. It's got to be Zitter. All right. Well, hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks. We won't take another hiatus, and we'll figure out what we're doing with this show, whether we're just going to talk about tech news or, hey, I don't know, maybe this can be a new just Q&A. I don't know. This would get old.
Yeah. If you have a question you want you answered on the air.
Yeah. You can email podcast@southgeeknews.com. I'm pretty sure
question of the week. Question of the 2 weeks.
Yeah, we do question of the 2 weeks.
We might could start promoting the podcast.
Why would we want to do that?
I don't know. Make it more interesting.
You mean actually have listeners?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean,
what a concept.
Nobody's bitching about us on Twitter. So
we need to change that.
Right. Right.
Sam would be like,
You got it. I'll put the link up when this comes out. We'll start.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining us and listening. We know your time is valuable, and we're just a bunch of idiots talking about technical stuff. But we're adorable idiots, and that's the reason why you love us. Anyway, until next time, y'all take care, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Ta-ta.
See ya.
This has been a production of Tifton Media Works. Check out all our podcasts by visiting tiftonmediaworks.com.